Hi, this is Carl, and this is another SOP video for managed service providers. Today I want to talk about the importance of IP, TCP, and DHCP. In fact, this isn't just for managed service providers, but for anybody who deals with modern technology. Perhaps the single most important technology that you need to understand today and you need to train all of your technicians on is Internet Protocol. And we frequently refer to TCP/IP, but start with IP, start with understanding the Internet Protocol and how TCP layers on top of that. There's also UDP and other protocols you need to be aware of, so IP comes first. You know, when I hire a new technician, I always give them this list of all the technologies that they might be exposed to, and I ask them to rate themselves. And we've been doing this for 15 years or so. And when it comes to IP, TCP, DNS, and DHCP, pretty much everybody gives themselves 10 out of 10. In other words, they know everything that they're aware of that has to do with those technologies. But in reality, most of them know very little. Some people, for example, will come to me having worked at an ISP. And so they'll say, well, you put in your primary DNS and your secondary DNS and your gateway, you make sure that everybody's on the same subnet, and you're good to go. And as far as they know, that's all there is with TCP/IP, DHCP, and DNS. They know everything that they know. In reality, if you want to really know these subjects, there's a lot of really thick books on every one of them. They are fairly complicated when you get into it, but here's the very good news. You don't have to know all the stuff in the really big books, but you should know more than the absolute basics. When it comes to troubleshooting, and this is why I say this is not just for managed service providers. When it comes to troubleshooting anything with network connectivity, for signage, security, video, home automation, anything, knowing more and more about TCP/IP, the role of DHCP and DNS, the more you know, the easier it's going to be for you to troubleshoot those things. And if you want to make the really big money, you need to be able to design complicated networks. So it's one thing to say, hey, you know, you've got a network over here and you got a network over here, and I'm going to just set up a VPN between them. Great, fine, follow the steps and it should probably work. But if anything goes wrong or anything is more sophisticated than that, it really helps to understand this technology at a deeper level. There is great danger in ignoring TCP and the higher levels of troubleshooting that you need to know going forward. The reason I said that this applies to more than just managed service providers is that as technology advances, everyone is adopting TCP and IP as the standard protocols for moving data. And as that happens, you're going to need to understand it at a bigger level. And so no matter what industry you're in, if it's got anything to do with technology, you're going to find that training in TCP/IP is going to be extremely valuable going forward. This is Carl Palachuk wishing you the best of luck whether you're a managed service provider or any other kind of IT service provider.